Audio Jungle.
Has at last released the 344 abducted students. Honestly, it's something that we really need to talk about this morning on today's edition of Bystanders at East End. These students were abducted over the weekend and they've been released within just 7 to 8 days. They've been released. But it is questionable what is really going on in Nigeria concerning insecurity. What is left for the government to do concerning insecurity? All right, quickly to what we have on the front pages of these journals. We have the Daily Sun and the New Telegraph newspaper. What is the Daily Sun talking about? Insecurity. At last, Kankara schoolboys freed. At last, Kankara schoolboys freed as PDP Arewa group protest in Abuja, Katsina. As PDP Arewa group protest in Abuja, Katsina. Spirit of partnership led to the release. That's what the President Muhammadu Buhari is saying here. Sokoto closes boarding schools. European Union France flag abduction of school children. US issues security alert to nationals. Probe Northwest governors linked to bandits, says APC. Probe Northwest governors linked to bandits. That's what APC is saying. On top of the paper, still on the Daily Sun newspaper, Army DSS police seal a boy market over alleged illegal ammunition. And down the paper we have something on COVID-19. Kaduna governor threatens Logan as 47 died. 2,100 infected in just 3 weeks. Federal government declares second wave. Governor Lalong tests positive, goes into isolation. And we have on 2023 leadership Nigeria needs. That's what the ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo is saying on the front page of this journal. Alleged forgery. Appeal court refuses to stop Obaseki's trial. Judges flee as 500 women storm court over slain housewife in Anambra. Quickly to the New Telegraph newspaper. What is the New Telegraph saying? The major headline, which reads 344 abducted students freed. Some of our colleagues have been killed. That's what as a schoolboy is saying right here on the front page of this journal. Governor Masari is saying something here. Let's quickly see what Masari is saying. We will hand them over after medical. We will hand them over after medical. Buhari is pointing at something here. Schoolboys release, a big relief to Nigeria. That's what the president is saying. APC accuses governor of sponsoring banditry. And these are the stories we've read to you people on the front pages of the New Telegraph and the Daily Sun newspaper. Of course, the viewers are always set to express their views on this platform. Very beautiful reviewers and intelligent contribution from them. Let's quickly join them. I'll be right back.
My name is Oluwaseun Joseph. I work with Evertop Properties Limited, a real estate development and marketing company. And in year 2020, which is the end of the year, we are running a promo. We call it end of the year promo, New Year and Christmas promo, where we are giving out a special discount for a special people. When we are giving a special gift for a special client. Now, Evertop Properties Limited, we are saying that you can pay 25,000 naira initial deposit and journey to a new year, new home just began. At Evertop Properties Limited, we don't just sell property, we sell peace of mind. Evertop, creating value. Use promo code FLIPTV and enjoy special gift and special discount for Xmas promo with Evertop Properties Limited. Thank you.
You're welcome. At the end of the day,
life is not by problem.
344 students, they were abducted.
That is what Fela call army arrangement. Those all these arrangement, they want to deceive people. But inside Nigeria, there are many people that they can never be deceived.
Wow.
You don't understand now. What are you telling me? I was hearing the voice today that the governor Masari was saying he know where the boys are. They are in Zamfara. People they park if they don't know. Okay, yeah. Nigeria is more than what they think we are now.
And that's what APC is claiming.
You understand?
That the governor knows about it.
You know, we are not babies. They know about it, and they have a target, and maybe they have achieved it. You understand? You don't know it because yesterday they were telling us that Meeti Allah will represent Nigeria negotiating with the terrorists. You hear about it before the children were released. Oh, see, Nigeria problem. It never start. I normal said it.
Even before the release of these students,
This
there were
one
conflicting stories to what happened. The Boko Haram claimed responsibility of the abduction. For the abduction. Meeti Allah also came out to say they were responsible for the abduction of these
and
students.
the same Meeti Allah, that's how I'm telling you. The same Meeti Allah, the government have tell them that they should negotiate with the people that kidnapped the children. They wanted to generate money, but thank God for the pressure that mount on them. They had to release them because they know that they cannot go out scot-free with this same issue. You understand? It's not every time you scam nation. You sit down in the seat of power, you are still scamming the people. And you are fighting Yahoo boys.
Now,
who are the most scammers?
Well,
is the government.
Would you say the Chibok girls that were kidnapped was a scam?
Okay, Mr. Man, what about Lai Shaibu? Have you heard anything about her? About her adoption? Where is she? Because they know their intention and their aim, what they want to achieve. Lai Shaibu matter have been closed, and I didn't blame the government. I blame all the pastors that are supporting Buhari now. Because why, if those pastors know what they are fighting for, as they call themselves Christian, like Shaibu refuse to deny in faith. But nobody could stand up to fight. All their money they have, they could not stand up to fight because they don't want to die. And this is the same country that people are dying every day. Their members in the church are dying, and them they don't want to die because they want to be. Many of them that they want to still extort money from the masses. Like Shaibu is still, we don't know where it is, whether he's done, he's dead or he's alive. We don't know because the government have abandoned that one. The other Chibok girls, they are still there in captivity because they know their aim, they know what they want. Like yesterday, I was reading that they say something that a man was. That's what I posted in that was Philip TV. That one man was saying that a man was threatening President Buhari and asking my picture. And many people that are commenting there that say that me I should be careful. Oga, all that tell una since. If our mama and papa cannot fight for Nigeria, we that are youth, we will talk. I no carry gun to fight. If Buhari dey vex, anybody wey dey vex, I no carry gun fight you. I'm telling you the word. Do good thing. If you do good thing, people will not accuse you. You understand? As a president representing a nation, you know the right thing to do. Not by you allow people to push you. All those people speaking for you, they don't know their left and right in their home self. They are Garba Shehu, Abi and Co. All those people that are fighting. If he should come to Nigeria, they want to question the president. Bashar Ahmed, Garba Shehu, and that's why the president occupy himself. If the president love Nigeria, let them do good. Let everybody enjoy. Abba, enough is enough. We cannot be folding our hand, looking at people dying every day.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you so much. Mr. Matthew, at last, the Kankara students, they were abducted last week, have been released. Will you call it a kudos to the federal government?
Mr. Mike, to start with, I'm very happy, I'm delighted to hear the good news of their release. But again, it has exposed our sovereign state weakness. Okay. Because if you look at the manner they are released, or they were released rather, it tells you that it was a negotiation. And you could recall that I've advocated for negotiation because our security forces do not have the expertise to go for such rescue mission, considering the safety of those students. Having said that, look at the intrigues, all the dynamics that played out before their eventual release. You see that there are many takeaway. At some point, Boko Haram claimed responsibility. The government at the state level, at the federal level, debunked that narrative that Boko Haram actually kidnapped them. At a later part of yesterday, Boko Haram released a video showing the boys in captivity. But the parents of the boys, of the students, haven't watched the video, dismissed the video as fake. Rather, that those in the video were not their children. So to that, I think Boko Haram lied.
lied.
Yes.
And of course, Mietiala also came out.
Now, that is the angle I'm going.
Okay.
Now, we understand that Makaban and Mietiala facilitated the release. Now, the question now is, if bandits were the one that kidnapped these boys, because what we are made to understand is that they are in Safe and Zamfara State as we speak, that they will be united with their parents by today. Now, the question is, it means Makaban and Mietiala have more to tell federal government. It means the bandits we are seeing in Nigeria maybe maybe Fulani herdsmen. It means, because you cannot tell me that people, and from what we understand, the governor of Katsina State made us to understand that they didn't pay ransom. Though I'm not interested in question whether they pay ransom.
Or not.
My area of interest is Mietiala should explain to Nigeria states what they know about banditry. It means they are culpable in this act of banditry. Then again, I think going forward, the federal government should stamp its feet and exercise its sovereignty on every sovereignty and integrity of Nigerian state by going on offensive against the bandits, against castle rustlers, against kidnappers. Because our fear before now is that you cannot go on offensive against them because of the safety of the students. Now that the students have been released, I think it is time for government to go on offensive against those bandits, to decimate them, to win the war, so that subsequently they will not have the power to come on such operation and kidnap innocent students.
Now, Matthew, why is it that it was when the president visited his state this mission was carried out?
It may not be unconnected with trying to embarrass Mr. President. It may be because they want to spite Mr. President. But however I look at it, if vacuum was not created, if that leeway was not created, if there was security of life and property as guaranteed by section 19 subsection 2b of 1999 constitution as amended, they will not have that opportunity to enter into a boarding school and kidnap students. So however I look at it, it may be to embarrass Mr. President, but if the security was on ground and they were able to repel the kidnappers, they wouldn't have kidnapped them. So they kidnapped them because there was lapse on security. Then again, it still brings us to this repeated call on Mr. President to do the needful and show the service chiefs the way out of those various offices, because they are not helping matters. They have done their best. I commend their effort, but their best is not good enough, and you cannot continue keeping them in the saddle. A situation where the security is worsening. We are seeing a situation where even police, army, navy, DSS are becoming vulnerable to kidnappers. As we speak, we see military personnel in captivity of Boko Haram. We see police personnel in captivity of kidnappers. The other day, about 6 police senior officers who were coming from Zamfara to Kaduna were kidnapped. I've not heard the last. I don't know whether they are released, they have secured their release up to now. But a situation where security personnel are becoming vulnerable to these armed bandits, criminals, kidnappers, where lie the hope of the common man? What is the guarantee that your life, my life, is secured? That is why, even as I am not calling for Mr. President to resign, that is why I feel that people who are saying he should resign have every right, going by the tenets of the Constitution. Because like I have said earlier on, section 19 subsection 2b of 1999 Constitution as amended says that security and welfare of the people shall be primary purpose of governance, and the president have grossly failed in this area. So the right thing to do, if you do not want us to see you as a failure, since the buck rests with you, fire the service chiefs who you are saddled with the responsibility of leading in these areas. As long as you refuse to fire them, I think I align myself with Shetima, who said that if Mr. President refuses to fire the service chiefs, it means he has failed in his own responsibility as the commander of the armed forces.
All right, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank
Matthew.
you.
Very good one from you.
Of the students that were released, or the students that went on vacation. I don't get it. The students to me went on vacation.
What vacation?
They went to meet with their uncle Shekau. He's also from the north, so he just said you guys should come and spend some days with me. I don't think those children were were truly kidnapped. Because if they were kidnapped, there is no sign of torture. How can you kidnap 360 students? How come? With what? Motorbike, motorcycle. Now, the Nigeria government has now become the middleman. So, bandits, Boko Haram have now turned our government to buying and selling. Now, I listened to the governor of Zamfara yesterday. He said government should set aside funds for Boko Haram should in case such occurrences happen again. A governor in a state of Zamfara here in Nigeria, he is now appealing because he was the one that stood in for government. He was the brain behind the release of those children because the children were released in Zamfara, in his own state. He is now advising government that government, it is time for you to set aside funds for these bandits and Boko Haram should in case if there is another repeat of this such thing again in a country. It shows the government on its own has accepted to always dialogue with bandits and Boko Haram should in case if there is such occurrence.
And why did this happen when the president visited the state? Don't you think that the president himself has some sort of connections with these bandits and terrorists? No? But it's questionable.
Thank you, Mr. Makadikuli. First and foremost, I say to me, I am lost of words. I don't know what to believe again. I don't know what to say again. I don't know. My morale at this junction is so low because I don't think the government could perpetrate. I don't believe that the government of the day could also stage manage the kidnap of these children just to make money to its own self. I want to believe it again because I don't because now as of yesterday the governor of Zamfara said 50 persons were released. Boko Haram members were released and then funds were being paid in ransom of those boys. Now, Shekaru said two things. They met Shekaru conditions, two things. In the video, he said government should give him money. And then government should also release some of these boys that were being captured by our military now. And then government met those two conditions before those boys were released.
But the question is, what are we really facing? Are we facing banditry, terrorism? I don't even understand. Are we fighting Boko Haram, bandits, the Mayati Allahs, or what? What are we fighting? Because Boko Haram claimed responsibility for the abduction of these students. Mayati Allah also came out telling Nigerians that they were responsible for the kidnapping. So what are we really fighting?
Mr. Mayor, I think is now Nigerians now. The government are fighting themselves. APC National Public Secretary said a governor in Northwest is behind this insurgency. He did not make mention of the name of the governor. He said the governor is from Northwest. Now I think there are high-profile people in government who is just using this opportunity to make from this government
by killing souls,
by
wasting lives,
by negotiating. Now it has now become buying and selling. I will kidnap you. Government come and pay for your ransom. That is what they have turned the country into now. If you could budget money, now money has been set aside. Money has been set aside should in case there is any kidnaps again in the country. How do you intend to develop?
Guys now, I just look at them and the government, they are even making government, they are using government as a business, enterprises to cash out cash, man, or for cashing out money, huge sum of money.
Making machine.
And I could even affiliate Boko Haram and banditry to business associates. They're just doing business on top government. I think very soon now, this will encourage a lot of terrorism organization or terrorism cell, or you call them, even in Lagos now. I won't even be surprised if such things are rising up in Lagos and be looking for, they'll be creating chaos and after all looking for negotiation, you know, or the money to exchange or money to exchange
Breeding up in Lagos.
They are
You have diverse cultists.
That is what you should expect. Definitely now, very soon cultists will be, you know, will be requesting for amnesty, and once you grant amnesty, another group will come up and start perpetuating their own evil acts. I could not see reason. I can't even see any reason why this leadership we said we have will be negotiating with terrorists. We will be pampering terrorists. You know, and it's a very, they are ragtag. You call them ragtag nuisance, man. It shouldn't even take much effort from our military that we spend money on, our security intelligence that we spend money on to wipe these people out.
For some time we've been
negotiating
with these people.
But you've been pampering them.
There has been no result.
It will keep continue. You've been pampering them. The other time we had the governor of the Kankara said he wants to offer them amnesty. This amnesty of 18, the people have been abusing it. I think we should go back to dictionary and know the true meaning of amnesty. Somebody that is abducted, that is killing. Boko Haram amnesty, banditry amnesty, Meti Allah amnesty. And the masses are there suffering. And the end point of this activism and terrorism are the masses. They kill masses, not the leadership, not the government officials. So I'm so confused about what is going on around in this country, man.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of this program. We really appreciate you viewers for always keeping in touch with us on this platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. I have Samuel Fadairo and Christian Choko behind the camera. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. You can join us on our social media and those displayed on the screen. You can subscribe to the sister channel talking about Flip TV Plus. You can also subscribe to Flip TV. That's where you are watching us from right now. You can join me on Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekunle, Michael Michael Temitayo Adekunle, and on Instagram Adekunle Michael Temitayo. Have a good weekend. Keep safe. Bye, everyone.